Hello and welcome to another update video about Mana. So Mana was quite successful here on this way up. Here we had two entry areas, and the question is now, how does this move up here really unfold? I mean, we have a bit of uncertainty across the market at the moment. It's going to be quite interesting how this is now going to unfold. Certainly anybody who entered in any of these support areas, I talked about it before, think about some partial profit taking at least. Move up your stop losses. At the moment, I don't really see a very clear trade setup because there is quite a bit of uncertainty here that how this is unfolding, and I'm going to talk to you about a few options now. So we've got the situation that we say, okay, possibly we finished off this wave 1 up here. I think that's how we had it in the last video anyway. That was at 75 cents. Came down in possibly an A wave here in a flat pattern. Moved up in a B wave and would be selling off now in a C wave. I'm not entirely sure about that. The reason is because the distance to that support area here, to the 50% FIB level, is quite long. I mean, it could become a wave 2, but maybe we need to be very cautious that it might react to the 38.2 FIB and it might become a very shallow wave 2. Reason is that the wave A, if it was one, reacted to the 23.6 FIB. Normally, in a wave 2, you would expect the wave A to get to the 38.2 FIB level, and then when the wave C comes down below the A wave, you would expect the 50% FIB at least. Now, because the A wave was quite short, I'm thinking, yeah, maybe one more leg down, but a reaction to the 38.2 FIB. We can also check that by taking the length of the A wave, and we go to the high of the B wave. And let me think, I think I didn't measure the A wave correctly because I started at the top of that overshooting B wave there. So let's do that again. And then we've got a bit of confluence here. I mean, we've got the target here at the 1.618 extension at 57.7 cents, just above the 38.2 FIB level. So it will be interesting. But that's only the first possibility. So as I said, I don't really see a clear trade setup. Those were the setups. At the moment, it's getting a bit messy up here. Next possibility would be that we actually finished the wave 1 up here, that we don't have an overshooting B wave, that this was the wave 5, this was the 3, this was actually the 4. I like that count as well. Then we would have finished it here, and that would fit much better with the Fibonacci retracements. So it would be like that, yeah. Then if this, for example, is the A wave, but again, same story, yeah, we're only reacting here to the 23.6 FIB, but that depends on now how high does the B wave go. If we get the A wave to that level, the B wave is quite shallow, and the C wave comes down, it would work out here. So again, this is the next scenario, that we are now in the wave 2 and maybe just creating our A wave. The other scenario, and that, to be honest, it probably depends a little bit on what Bitcoin is doing now. The other scenario is that the wave 1 was never finished. That, one second, I just need to zoom in just to pick the high here. Yeah, we had a wick here, so actually that target area needs to shift up a bit for that scenario. But the other scenario is that the wave 1 was never finished, and that we are creating here some sort of a weird, yeah, ending diagonal. I don't like these structures, they're extremely unreliable. You would get some sort of a weird structure like this, yeah, which some coins are doing at the moment, but it's not great. Now it depends on how high we go now, but that's probably the last one I'd be in favor of. It would certainly only be an alternative. Would become valid if we break above the 78.5 cent level. So these are the options, and I think for, we get a bit of certainty if we now break below the last swing low here, which is at 61.6 cents. I think then we have really good clarity that we're actually in a wave 2. Next trade setup, as I said, is sort of when we reach this area. I personally wouldn't really want to buy in at the 38.2 FIB level because it's just too far away from support for me. So I tend to like the setups where the price retraces into the region between the 78.6 and the 50% FIB, but everybody needs to decide that for themselves. So I'm going to wait here a little bit. Also, we see a bearish divergence here on various time frames, for example, the 4-hour chart, which would also indicate further downside here. It will remain interesting. This move up here certainly is currently looking very corrective, so it would rather suggest at least one more leg down. Okay, that's my update about Mana. I will update you about that further. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.